I started from an IRO, and then I was a president, then became a student advisor sa uh, 2024. So I graduated on June 2024, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, and I am already working as a data engineer, no, sa Manila, sa Thinking Machines. So I'm sharing a tab. Can you see my screen? Yeah, kita ra. Nice. Let me try to adjust para sakto-sakto ra ang... Okay, is this one better? Better lang, Discord, pwede ra mo mag-apas. I'm not sure if na mo i-GC sa Messenger, and then if na yung mga things that nagalisod mo during this session, then palihog na lang. Maybe someone can monitor and forward. So that's for those who wants to send some images. But I will be prompting. There will be times na we're all following. So yeah, all good so far. All good so far. Are we guys all in? Thumbs up lang if you guys can react to the message. If we're all here. Okay, that's nice. Sige, icebreaker sa ta before ta magsugod. Okay? So, it will just be a very simple question. All you need to do is to just type your answers in the chat. The question is, why did you guys choose CSIT or IS in DCSM? Okay, type your answers in chat. I'll give you guys 1 minute. Yeah, you can be honest with your answers with the anything. Okay, opportunities, money, and sapa and sapa. Okay, let's participate, guys. Let's go, let's go. And someone, was this your own decision or was this recommended by someone else? You know, para mahakog piso wifi, nice. Wala ginagbutang na mohakog Facebook. I'm trying to compare the answers this year versus the answers of the previous year when I handled this tutorial. Puro na lagi yung kwarta, no? Wala dyan lain. Tagan patuglain answers, guys. Oh, by the way, I'm speaking dialect. Let me know lang if any, there might be some of you who might not fully understand dialect. But yeah. Wala lagi mga yung washing machine. Oh, na. IT Park, BSP. Paunsa pa. Wala na, guys. Sige, no? So, yeah, thank you guys for all your answers. So, taghandi ay ni mga active freshies karon. So, yes, actually most of your reasons are valid naman. I know na daghan kayo nag-inspire, may it be through maybe some incidents, cybersecurity related since it's related to hacking. Daghan man mga domains, no? When it comes to IT or computer science, there are a lot of subdomains or fields, and it will be in the form of different courses that you will be um, exploring and studying in the next 3 years of your college days, no, here in USC. Na ay cybersecurity, na ay web development, and um, what else? Is it everything coding? The answer is no. No, because we do have times that we have to interact with stakeholders na dili kayo siya technical, but those people usually they give you the essential business decisions, no, for you to create whatsoever output it is. App or a low-level software na puro command line lang, or be an zero software components. Anyways, that's a lot of things. Anyways, ang topic na to is programming, as you can see on screen. No, mo na atong focus karon. I believe na back on your DCISM and Cisco orientation, you guys already got a very detailed introduction to your program. And this programming thing will be one of the main subjects na inyong matakol. No? Whether you guys like it or not, or whether you guys wanted some non-technical fields, programming is an absolute non-negotiable. Meaning, ana, dili jud mo makalikay, ana. And, sige, another thing that I'll ask, sige, chat response na punta. What's the first thing that comes into your mind when you see the word programming? Sige, kana. Go. Sige, let's go. What's the first thing that comes into your mind when you hear the word programming? Sige, aside from coding, pareha na, similar words na. Sige, what else? 1010101, hello world, number data. Lisod mo, pag ganito nagsugod, lisod na. Systems. I'm looking for some terms, wa pa ko'y nakitaan. Coding, flowcharts, only codes. Nagklase na siguro imong teacher ani Rice. Grabe no? But I'm still looking for something else. What else? Wa pa ko'y nakitaan. System. Sige, continue to type some terms. Instruction, building blocks, algorithms, command. Okay, I like those terms. Okay, so the codes, algorithms. Sige, very good. Thank you again to those who to participate. No? So, yes, when it comes to programming, it's usually creating a set of instructions na pwede ra na i-execute sa computer. Because that's usually the pain points right now, no? Naiuban dere for those who have coding backgrounds, kamao mo program, they know how to program, but sometimes they know how to code, memorize sila, oh, this is the command to do something, this is the command to shut down other people's laptop, o Alt F4, o ingalay mong friend, o pislitig Alt F4 be, yeah, masuko na sila kay wala sila na-save sa ilang outputs, o, di ba? But the real problem here is, do we know how to, um, when the right problem comes, will we know how to write a solution towards it? No, it's more on like how we apply the concepts. So that is the kind of mindset that I want like people to embrace as early as now. Now programming is not a set of commands alone, but although I will be teaching commands, by the end of the session, not only you will be able to create your first program, but you will also start embracing the programming or true coding mindset na dili lang kutob sa pag-memorize of commands, but it's more of being a problem solver. May it be networking, may it be cybersecurity, may it be hacking, may it be games, may it be apps, may it be everything. Ang atong problem solving ability is the most critical. Out of all the lessons, I want this to be the lesson for tonight. Problem solving is the most important skill right now. Not necessarily prompt engineering using ChatGPT. No, that's one of them. Mga embrace na punta ana. This is we're in an AI driven um, community. Pero dili gyapon mawala ang atong essential skills to code. Everybody good so far? Nay naglibog. Concepts pa ta, storya pa ta, wala pa ta practical. Nothing practical yet. Are we good? Okay, nice. Any questions so far? All goods, all goods. Okay, nice. Sige, mananata sa boring part. Okay, so I already introduced myself na I'm already a data engineer, former software developer intern at full scale, 3 years in Cisco, and etc. all stuff. So, let's officially start para maka-move on na dito sa hands-on. I am seeing, what I'm sharing here is us doing computer work. And beside it is all the kinds of foods. No? So, when I started coding, it reminds me of cooking. Ngano inani man na analogy, but it's because um, as what you guys said, algorithms, step-by-step instructions. No? So, um, it's just like cooking. No? you have a set of ingredients that you will prepare, and then you will do some specific things, and then there are also how do I say that, ways for you to determine na ready na ni siya to eat. So with that, another question here will be, um, what's a favorite dish? Or what's your guy? What are you guys' favorite dish? No, can be anything creative. You guys can be creative with your answers here and say ano kanang favorite dish nimo. Sige, butang sa chat. If ever namoy link to that, then that would be better. At least you will see how it's like. No, supposed to be nag-prepare ko one slide for this and then you guys can just type it pero I forgot about that one. So, dire na lang tas chat. Then the next question is, have you guys cooked whatever you have written in chat? Have you guys cooked that on your own? Nakatry na mo? How was it like the first time you cooked that certain dish? Was it perfect? Or naay mga flaws? Lami ba dayon diretso? The first time you cooked it? Or was there an experience na kanang, how do I say this? Na you missed a certain step depending on like what the mistake was. It might be something na discard na imong food or nalahi imong taste, but it's something that you could not reverse anymore. 'Di ba? Familiar. So all of these things I say na-adjud na siya kuan equivalent sa programming, no? The first time you make something, it might not be perfect. No. Oh, may hilaw, mabasa, kay nasubraan, di ba? And then you have to adjust, no? The second time you cook that same item, you know already na, dili dapat sobra ang tubig, or um, dili dapat taas ang kayo, all of the things. So, pareha rigid na, no? So, it's the same thing as programming. Dili siya ingon absolute trial and error, but it's more on adjusting the instruction sets, no? So, to those na wala kaayo'y background so far sa coding, just think of this analogy na cooking. Then that would be a good place for you to start all this. No. So that's for that picture. Let's just skip this one. And yeah, here are some of my first formal definitions. So throughout the slides, naara ko'y mahatag na mga new terms, no? And these are just formal ways to define it. Kasi magawa sa inyong exams. Anyways, we have algorithm and program. Algorithm is a step-by-step procedure for solving a problem in a finite number of steps. Take note, finite is siya. That means the number of steps is defined. Dili ra siya ingon na unlimited. Yes, there will be times that you will follow this step. There will be also times that you don't have to follow these steps. That is part of the design of an algorithm. Later on, I will teach you what's that concept called. Na usahay, you will branch to this. Usahay, dili ni mo i-branch. Di ba naitabo na sa pag-cooking, there are times na you can skip a certain number of steps depending on a certain, di lang sana konsulti sa term. But yeah. Meanwhile, a program is that algorithm being packed into a programming language. And for this session, we will be using C. No? Kinsay familiar here sa C? Raise your hands. Or ano na lang, thumbs up. Thumbs up sa mga naka-familiar sa C, and then thumbs up sa mga dili familiar sa C. Sige. I'll just look at the reactions just to gauge things up. Sige. Thumbs up, thumbs down lang, guys. Para I can also paste. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of reactions. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Sige. C is one of the most popular programming language. Usually use siya sa mga um, low-level systems. Windows is also created using C. Daghan lang siya mga other libraries, but we're not focusing on that. We'll focus on the pinaka-basics just to get you guys activate the programming mindset that I mentioned at the beginning. So, yan siya. Okay? So, why do people do programming? So, why venture into programming? No? Why do people create algorithms and pack those into programs? So, Google lang to guys. Learning computer programming ensures that students have access to the creative, fast-paced world that relies on machine connections. No? Other search results also tell you na it makes human life better and easier. So, um, does it really correlate to money? Yes, at some point. No? Depende lang sa atong skills and the quality of our outputs. And lastly, as I emphasize, dili jud malikay ang problem solving. So, yan na siya. Okay. Is C difficult? Um, might be at the beginning sa mga walay backgrounds. So, thanks for asking that question, Rice. So, before I forget pala, disclaimer for the just a disclaimer I wanted to give now for this session. It's not a direct access for you guys passing Prog 1. Although you guys will learn the fundamentals, at the end, it really boils down to practice. So, is C really difficult? Um, may it be, maybe siguro, depende jud na sa kuan, your present background right now. But rest assured, once you guys got enough practice and once you guys have enough exposure to all the different kinds of problems, strategies, and all, maanad na. And that will be something you guys can conquer. I believe as long as naro jud mo discipline for it. Yes. Comparing to the other languages, C is not the hardest. Napanay assembly language. You guys will have more on that during 1102. Dili lang ko ma-spoil maayo. No. Is C more different than Python? Yes, in a lot of ways. But I will leave it to you guys na said. I will leave this to your programming teachers. They will also introduce what are the different programming languages, the more mga theory sides of things. No. Does it take a month to learn C? Honestly, it depends. There are a lot of things in C, a lot of syntax. So even when you finish Prog 1, Prog 2, and data structures, there will always be new things that you might have not touched in C just because wala kayo siya gamit. So there is no time. It you can consider even your entire 3-year learning. No. So pwede dyan na siya. Present trend within CS has been that it's getting taken over by AI and that work has been hard to find. Is it true ba? I'll get back to that question later para di ta ma-out of topic. But short answer is not exactly. Again, it depends on the problem solving skills. Nato. So, yeah. Um, why is it called C? Naro na sa internet sad. No. Actually, before C, na may A and B na languages. Like when the very first languages were named by letters. Naana sa history of C ninyo. Okay? How many coding language should one person master? Depends on like your use case or where you want to venture. But you will soon learn na two things. First no is they share similar patterns. All the concepts that I will be discussing right now, you will see similarities in their other languages. Maora gyapon ang flow. The second point is C is one of the best starting programming languages that you can use or you can learn when you guys start CSIT. Kaya our department still sticks to C. We know there are other languages. We know there are Python. For those who tried coding Python, or who tried coding in both Python and C, you will know na mas hassle ang C. And then there are a lot of parts na abstracted by Python. But the way to best appreciate all the um, like things like how programs work. Later on, at the end of Prog 1, napanay memory management and all. Like, how does it store your data, etc. Dili ni mo ma-feel sa other languages. You'll feel it the most in C. Na ay uban mga mas lam-lam na languages, but that's not practical enough to give it to you guys as a starting language. So mo na C siya. There is something easier, there is something harder, but C is the perfect start. I still believe, even if na ko industry already working. Yeah. So yeah, that's a lot already about the introduction to C, programming, and the problem solving mindset. Okay, kana. And how programming relates to cooking as well. So mo lang na siya. Okay? Yeah, anything else guys before I move on? Okay. Wala na kayo. I think my next few slides, I think kutob ni dire ang mga theory. Then the rest of this session until 8:30 it will be all hands on all the way na. Yeah. The first few minutes is just like getting everyone on pace mindset wise. Yeah. Okay, we good, we good, we good. Sige, all good. So transition na ta ha. Sige. Again, for those who are not using laptops yet, this may be the best time for you to switch on your laptops and get your hands dirty. Okay. So, all right, filler slides ready, guys. When you say you're a hacker but your password is 1234, kinsa diri ang guilty ani. Or uban pa na, kinsa yung gamit og birthdays as passwords. Kinsa diri ni gamit og birthday. For sure, dili ako. No. Why is this being relevant to programming? Of course, it um, reminds us of how vigilant we should be. No, we can easily get outsmarted, not by AI, but by smarter people who know how to hack and take advantage of, you know, those people's na di kayo. Um, you guys know. Sige. And now let's fully transition from cooking to coding. And for those who are in their laptops, we will now be downloading or installing what we call an integrated development environment. Mo na meaning sa IDE. Unsa ng IDE? It's a place for you to write code, and then usually, but not for all, na siya built in na way or a tool to execute your programs. And in C, the more formal term for it is called compile. Mag-compile na siya, meaning it translates all the code you write that you see here to something that can be interpreted by the computer. Ang tawag ana, machine language. Okay? So that's basically how how an IDE is, no? Sa mga good thing right now, nanajud na color formatting or and it can even highlight if na ay mga syntax errors at all. Pero sa una pa ning wala eh, you can even code using Notepad or directly in your terminal. But of course, to make things easier, para di tamang lisod-lisod because there's nothing practical if you want to switch to Notepad, we will use Dev C++ IDE. Na ay, there are other alternatives, but for the sake of this tutorial, para makafollow tanan, let's use Dev C++ IDE. For those who have prior programming experiences, basig mga Smurfs na modere, your guys are using VS Code, pwede rasad na. Okay, kamo na bahala. But for this tutorial, again, let's use Dev C++ IDE. And in the next slides, I will be also sharing the specific steps no para makatanaw lang mo sa pictures. Okay? So how do we download this IDE? Of course, go to Google. Then you search for Dev C++. You should end up with a website from SourceForge. That's basically most of the pang development na apps are there. Then you just click the download button. Once you're done, just follow the steps here. Don't worry, I will go back lang to the beginning slides. I'll just show them lang daan. Okay, then follow the installation steps. So read and agree, and then um, for the components, just um, leave it as is, like yung default settings. But if it doesn't match the picture, just select the type of install na full, meaning it will install the compiler, all the related libraries, no, para your IDE can run without any further issues, no. Then just pick a location and then also run dev C++. Once you're done with the installation, you will end up with something like this, no? Exactly the same window as shown in the screen. Okay? This will be your first task. Okay? Out of 3 tasks for tonight. Yo, pero no, three ra atong task tonight, no? This will be your first. Okay? And I will be giving everyone around 15 minutes to do this. Once you get this output, I want you guys to screenshot it and then share it in the Discord thread. So task 1, setting up dev C++ IDE. Okay? So nagsend ako message. Once you guys are done, send a screenshot. For those who are using other IDEs, okay lang. Basta just open the window, paste a screenshot there. You're good. Okay? Sige. I give 15 minutes. Let me go back to the previous steps. There. Pwede running offline na compiler? Yes, this is offline. Sige. Nananing post. Nice. Sige, kana lang. Hinahinay sa kog screenshot i-post sa Discord sa. For the rest, guys, let me know if I'm discussing too fast, especially sa mga walay background here, ha? Like, walay mo kulbaan lang dire, walay ma-shy-shy, no? Everyone here is willing to help lang jud. We do have other Cisco officers joining and as well as our ambassadors. So if you guys are shy to ask questions in this meeting, it's really okay ra jud na mo ask mo directly to your other officers through your other chats, may it be DMs, okay ra jud. Okay. You might notice this is C++, but yes, we can use the same IDE to run C programs. Okay. Sige, sige, sige. I'll just stand by here and wait for your screenshots in the Discord thread. Sige, any questions? Sige, unmute lang, as lang diretso.
Kuya, can you hear me?
Yes.
Um, it seems like everyone is having a problem, and I'm experiencing the same thing. We all verified sa Discord, bro. We can't access the thread server yet, sir.
Wala. Sige, palayo ko si Scoop eh. Thank you. Sige, can we maybe I can use a different channel na bisan mga dili verified. Kana na lang.
Hello. If I may interrupt Kuya Wade, kay kuan siya. Sa general chat kay these people need to be verified pero um wala pa nagi properly turn over from the previous VP info. So kuan lang, I'll set general chat wherein everyone can view it ra. I already changed it now. So I think
Ay,
kuan na.
thank you. Salamat. Thank you,
Yeah.
Owen. Thank you, Cisco.
And it also says nga kuan pod read only channel pod siya.
I read only.
Ako na i-edit, wait lang.
Sige, thank you kayo. Karon na sa ko kung na to use the Discord thread. Because context actually for like this is actually my fourth time holding this. For the past few times sa Discord man amo gi-hold good. Yeah, diretso sila type sa chat. Yeah, I realized this was a limitation sa session karon. Next slide. Okay po. Sige, Charles mention na check na daw, guys. Sige guys, you should be able to type and send something right now in RDCSM Discord server. Ato lang sa general channel, I started the thread there. Okay, I pasted the link again sa mga ganahan ma. Portable version, okay lang. Pero in case na kay like errors, like if there are parts na di mo kasunod, then just post lang in the thread. Yeah. Nice, nice. For those na ganahan jud mo learn more about doing it in VS Code or Visual Studio Code, kay mas daghan customizations. I will not tackle it muna in this tutorial due to time constraints, but there are a lot of videos that you guys can use. Or basig na taga Cisco pwede makasend ana sa like after na this session. Is Notepad all right? Yes and no. Like the technical answer is yes and no. You can type C programs but you cannot run it. Oo. Kaya ang compiler mismo ang wala naka-download. You can use Notepad to write your code, save it as C program files, but you will still need a compiler. Yeah, manglisod-lisod pa mo na. So again, best to have an IDE. Unless mga pro hackers na jud mo. Na-download na tanan guys. Okay, I'm seeing a lot more screenshots. Sige, let's give how many more minutes do you guys need? 5? Sige, 6:43. Taghanta din 119 people, so at least I need 100 screenshots. Uy, kuya ako nag-Vim. Salot sa mga nigamit og Vim, but sorry, I don't use Vim. Sir, do I download the one that says, wait, pasound sana na ako eh. Original Dev C++5 with IDE only? Um, as long as you're able to see the screen, the exact screen here, it should be 5.11. I'm not sure what's the latest version karon. I have 5.11, but 5 point something should be good. Balik. Yeah. Geoff, daily ma fully DL. Oh, what happened to this one?
Hello?
Yeah.
Ako sir kay 4.992. 4.9.9.2 ako sir.
Dev C
Ah,
should be fine. Chelsea, I think mine won't open po. Can you share a screenshot in the Discord? Itag lang ko. Wayne Line alumni. Para mailhan ko asa ani. Pasignay missing commands or invalid permission siguro na. Unsay pasabot sa okay? Okay ang download or you're going to send something? Sige, last 2 minutes sa installation. The IDE only one says it has no need dapat need a compiler. Sige, for those who might have internet issues, the alternative siguro. Sige, for now you can use an online compiler in C. But the only disadvantage is pag wala mo internet, dili mo ka-compile sa. You can use Programmis. Sige, sa mga nang lisod yun. But by the end of the session, make sure you allot some time to really like download and test your compiler. Okay? What will we do tonight po? Today, everyone here will break history by making their first program. Let's go. Hello. Can you guys hear me? Goods na? I sent already the link to the compiler. So that's an alternative sa mga dili mag-download. But for time constraints, I think we have to continue na. But feel free lang to, pwede ra mo mag-apa sa inyong mga screenshots, okay? Just for your participation points, Char. But yes, earlier someone asked, what will we be exactly doing tonight? Kutob lang test installation? Of course not. Okay? So as I mentioned, everyone here will break history tonight. Okay? August 25, 2025, naamoy first program. And once you keep on practicing consistently, pasar mo Prog 1, pasar mo Prog 2, pasar mo DSA, pasar mo the rest of the subjects. Graduate mo, earn all the money. There. Ano na, step by step, di ba? Oh, algorithm na, di ba? Gets? All good, all good, all good. Everyone's online. Everyone's ready for the best part of this tutorial. What's the worst part? Setup. Oh, kana. Always yun na, guys. Every time you start with something, the setup is the worst part. So, congrats for surviving that. Now we continue. Okay. Uy, hala, daghan naman ko mga commands, Win. Nga naman eh. Okay, chill lang. These commands, or these things, highlighted in green, these are the syntax that you will guys always use, no? The basic things to build a program, okay? These are commands used to display things in a program, no? Mga outputs. Text-based lang sa takaron, ha? Daghan mga advanced mag-isip, they want to put graphics, they want to build games, okay? Hinahina lang sa ta, okay? Now, if I go back, the bottom right of the screen, this is just an example, no? black color na console output lang sa takaron. The point here is that you can actually make codes that work. Simple lang sa takaron ha. And this output is made using a combination of these six things. No? We'll start one by one. What is hashtag include open angle bracket stdio.h closing angle bracket? This is a header file library that lets us work with input and output functions, such as printf. So what is the best way to test if your output works or something? Siyempre, you will check what's displayed in the output, no? It may be an output of some mathematical operations, or it may be just some random things that you want to display. Later on in Prog 1, you will learn that there are a lot of libraries, meaning you don't have to like code everything from scratch. That's the concept of a library. You can use existing libraries in C, or even better, once you reach Prog 2, or I'm not sure if N of Prog 1 pala or Prog 2, I think Prog 2 pa, you will experience building your own libraries. What's the point of libraries? So that you can write and consume reusable code. Okay? Example ani printf. Printf is the command to display or print text into the screen. So mo na siya. Okay? Sige, can you guys type on chat what's the function used to print text into the screen? What is the command again? Sige, type mo sa chat guys. What's the command used? Printf. Okay, very good. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, mata pati tanan. Good. Now, naunhan pala ko. There is this thing called main. Now, what is main? Um, Main is not really in stdio.h. Rather, printf is something that comes from stdio.h. No, by the design of C programs, no, every time it reads, no, when you or how do I say this? When you compile your C program or kana imong tibuok code, the first thing it will look for is main, the first function in your program that is executed when it begins um, executing, no? So dili siya necessarily top to bottom, no? But mangita siya sa main. Okay? Also, we talk about function. We will later discuss also we will also define more closely um, the definition of a function. So kana lang so far ha. Include stdio.h main printf. Okay, tulo na 3 out of 6 na ta. Semicolon. In C, semicolon represents the termination of a statement. Termination meaning humana na na imong statement. Okay? Recall, algorithm step-by-step instructions or instructions, they can be also statements. No? Meaning that's the, how do I say this? That's the pinaka-granular na component of a program. Statement, 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 statement. Okay? Then, new line character backslash n. Ako na nigi-add dire, no? Because this helps you separate between lines. If you write multiple printf statements, which will be also part of our exercise later, no? If we don't use backslash n, everything will be in one line. So to divide whatever we want to print into multiple lines, we use backslash n. Backslash ha dili forward slash, okay? And then lastly, string literals, no? Kabalo naman tanan where double quotes is in our keyboard, right? So anything, what do you call that? Any user strings or any custom text, auto i-enclose in string literals so that they won't be interpreted as like a statement or a function to run, no? Or any other command. This is something that's meant to be displayed. This is something that's meant to be stored. This is not a command. Anything inside here is not a command. Okay? But it's rather something to be stored, something to be displayed, or something that is user inputted. Kana. Okay? My experience na tanan. So far, any questions on these six things? Okay. You don't have to fully understand that kay the syntax man jud na siya sa C, no? Dili ta kailisan ang mga commands, unfortunately, and you have to remember. Okay? Any questions on this? Goods. Why is it stdio.h? Standard input output. Standard std input I o output h header. Daghan pag lain, there's hundreds. But karon let's focus on stdio.h. Yes, thanks Charles. Nice, nice. Sige. Okay. Based on other tutorials or other YouTube tutorials, if I go back again, this is everything. Okay? Na ay stdio.h. Actually, disregard con io.h. Optional rin siya. Sa mga older, what do you call that? Older programs, you don't need this. I used main. I used printf. I use double quotes. If you want a new line, pwede pa na butangan nimo. And a statement with semicolons. And then optional running return zero. I will explain this one. I'll explain the rest later. Okay? But the usual tutorials, hello world man, di ba? Ay, wait sa. How does one know the difference between each file library? There are sites which we call documentations, no? Um, that means you'll be able to know what are the commands that are available for each library. Example, printf, you need stdio.h. There's more. Okay? Kana lang. That's the example that I can give para at least dili kayo siya overwhelming for now. Okay? Now, in most tutorials, ang mahatag sila na first program nimo is Hello World. But since this is Cisco, since you guys are in the CISM, we want to be more creative than this. Okay? So not only that you will break history, pero ang inyong first program might be the best program that you guys will make. Okay? So let's now create your first C program. Okay? Sige, I can demonstrate lang so far how it's like to run a program. Okay? Mag-demo kog hello world, pero it's okay ra na dili ninyo isunod. Okay? Sige, let me share my entire screen. So early. So ako lang ni ha, pero to those who want to like follow, okay ra chat. So how do you so it was like this at first, diba? Wala pa ni siya. Not even the bottom is shown. Let me like this. Okay. Yeah, just imagine it doesn't exist. Okay. Yeah. How do you start a new program? Before I will explain the task pala. Okay. Click File, New, Source File. Then you will get untitled whatsoever something. Just to make sure nothing is lost, you click Save. Pwede Control S, but since this is the first time you're writing towards this file, wala pa ni siya na option. Just click Save As, and then it will pop up. Okay? Untitled something.cpp. CPP means C++. But remember, we are doing C. So dapat ato ni i-change to .c. Question, will it work if we use CPP? Technically, yes. Why? C++ is a superset of C. What is superset? Na si discrete one ninyo. But basically, it's a larger thing that encompasses a smaller thing. What do I mean in terms of C and C++? C++, the language C++, can run C programs. Everything in C is compatible sa C++, but not the other way around. So, just to be safe, para walay manlibo kung ano CPP ni, let's use C. Kung sayop ka na inyong isave, feel free to just rename the file, like sa file explorer ninyo. You can always rename that. Okay? Then we can name that zeroth program. Why zero? Because this is not your first program yet. This is just a program for me to demonstrate hello world. Okay? Include stdio.h. Then, ganiha sa screen, it's void, int main. Now this time I'll do void para mas, what they call that, mas simpler. Printf hello, um, hello Wayne. Okay, di ko ganahan og word. Okay? This is similar to ano lang, in main. Okay? I can write the same thing using int. Okay. What's the difference, ani? Ang naka-bold. These are return types of a function. I'll explain that later. Okay? But basta int gani, it expects something to return. And this is for all functions. That's why naa kay return keyword. Why am I introducing this? Because some compilers, dili sila masugot og void as a main function. Mo insist yun na something has to be returned. No, that's why return 0. Why 0? This indicates in terms of main function, it makes your compiler interpret na okay, walay problema, 0. Anything else than 0, usually by convention na ay problema or na ay something. Okay? So you can do this or you can do this, but you can't do both. Why? You cannot have the same function name written twice or appearing twice. There is another term for that, like how to make the same function appear twice with different behaviors. But onya na sa object-oriented programming, that's a different subject. Okay, let's just do this. And how do we execute? Execute, compile, and run. Or you can just do compile and then run. But you need to compile before you run. So, di na ta mo complicate, guys. Compile and run na lang ta, or F11. And then that's where the different things will pop. So may hingon na compilation results, error 0, warning 0. Then that will tell you na sakto ang pagdagan sa imong program. Okay? And this new console will pop up. This is where your output gets shown. Why is it shown? Nigamit ng printf. Printf comes from stdio.h. So that is how your program works. Okay? Gets? We good? How to type code, how to create a file, how to save it, how to run, how to execute from the beginning to the end. Goods? Questions? Okay, nag-demonstrate naman kog success. How does it look like if your program will not work? I will remove a semicolon. And let's execute. Mohilak na na imuhang computer o. Gahilak na siya. Why? Expected semicolon. Because it sees this, meaning wala na sabot imuhang program or your compiler. Your compiler does not understand why is it saying this without seeing the termination of a statement. So to fix this, we add semicolons and execute it. Congrats guys, you just fix your first bug. So duha na atong achievements guys. Naka first program ta, naka first bug pa ta, di ba? Yes. All good, all good. Compile and run. This is a demo. Okay? Demo pa ni. You guys will have a different exercise. Okay? Dili rata boringan as hello world. Okay? Let me go back to the slides. Balik ka sa slides, balik ka sa slides. Present something else. Okay, let's go back. So, okay na ta guys ha for creating a file, running it, etc. So, from coding to the output. Your exercise is dan da da da. Tanaw na to. Are you guys familiar with this? You remember what happened last July 2024? Diba na guba tanan, servers, everything because of a glitch. Now we will make a program that crashes the servers. How does it sound, guys? We will make the program that crashes servers. How? Welcome to C Strike. This is task number 2 out of 3. So task 1 was downloading. Then task 2 is this. Familiar mo sa error screen, guys? There's a sad face and it says your PC ran into a problem. Kinsa naka-experience nila scream. Pag duwa ni Nigbalo or something yan, mukalitrog crash. PTSD, yes. Okay, nice. So familiar mo, but this time you guys will replicate this. Ang twist lang ani, di ba ang terminal ang console nato walay background color. Dili man na nato maset unfortunately. So ang atong pwede ma-replicate is a black background, black screen of that lang ta. Okay? Goods. Black screen of that lang ta. That's task number 2 and your output should look like this. Once you guys are done, then you post a screenshot of this in Discord. Goods. Sige, let's go. Task 2. Okay, go. What if Linux ang OS? Wala na. Basta Windows lang tatanan for now. E importante maka-replicate mo error message. No worries, it's not too late yet. Oh, by the way, before tama continue, I missed out on something. Nakoy, this 20% complete, pasignay mo stock ani. That 20% complete. Actually, I put duha ka book percent here. Why? Kay escaping characters na siya. Later on in the next session, you will, what do you call that? You will learn that percent is parang, what do you call that? A character used to do formatting. Like when you have variables later or some outputs that you want to plug into that, gamiton mo ang percent. But since we want to display the percent, that's why you have to put it twice. Yeah. Sige. Yeah. Replicate this output. Go. I will, how much time do you guys need? 15 minutes, 7:20. Sige. 7:20. For those na ganahan magkuan jud, Linux, yes, GCC. And then, if you look at Flareum, kaning nasa Discord, mora na gyapon. Essentially, it just, makitaan man na sa kuan good VS Code, it auto-generates the commands. So, CD, sige sa mga nerds lang ni, for those who are interested in command lines. CD, change directory. It goes to the directory where your code is. GCC calls your C compiler. And then you type this C file. Kana. Yes, thank you for this. Has to be the exact same wording? Yes. The code is already at the left. Copy paste na lang na. Carl, I've sent some screenshots at the beginning of this thread. These are steps that are used to install your dev C++ IDE, which is a place for you to write and execute code. If you have difficulties installing that, I recommend you use an online compiler as a temporary workaround. What Discord? Charles has already sent the link. Sige, for those who are done, feel free to place a screenshot of your first ever program. Nice, nice. Na natin output. Sige, for the rest, yeah. Take some time to be comfortable with your IDE. Dapat exactly the same ha. My first program failed successfully. Kada.
Ano balik naman, we?
Seryoso na dyan nag-Linux dere. I will put instructions to download GCC. I'll put that in Discord na lang para dili kayo overwhelmed sa mga uban. This does not apply to Windows. Nanay website, pwede rin na i-search. Sudo apt get update, sudo apt install build essential. Appeal na ang GCC. Ubuntu pala ni, na-distro akong i-use. Up kay Ubuntu. Yeah. Sakto bito. Source file not combined, not compiled. Pasig na errors. Double check lang. Nag-int main ka or void main? Int main dapat return 0. Yes. Kung naiga int main kinanglan na return 0. Yeah. Nice. Nine, 10, 11. Sa dev scene siya. Hmm. Nice, nice,
We need
nice.
more for 4 sir.
Ibutang the code exited with errors. Actually po, you can fix that using int main return 0. Kay ang return value greater than 0, parang sometimes it gets interpreted as like dili properly returned. Yeah. Mo nang uban mo kwan jud di sila madawat og void na main. Source file not compiled. Does it say the specific error ba? If you look at the IDE at the bottom, it should say an error message aside from the source file not compiled na dialogue. Maybe you can share that one. For those na naka-source file not compiled, kindly share a screenshot of your the bottom part. It should show a list of errors, if ever. That can tell you why
It's
wala
not in
siya.
chat, sir.
Okay. Executing make file. Murag CPP ka, try to change it into a C file. Maybe you're running something different. Did you guys make a new project? Dapat ano ha, source file lang. Pasig project inyo hang make mo then uptan mo make file or something. Dapat ano ha, source file. Then save as C++ source files. Delete siya new project ha. CPP is C++. Okay, nakitaan ko untitled 1.cpp. Okay, kita pa na source file not compiled the message. Percent is not working, Vince. Say mo ha.
I'm
You
doing
need to put
schoolwork at the same time.
2%
I have
symbols
to do this. I have to finish this. I have
because
to
the
do
other
this.
one is treated as an escape. What name ako ibutang? Ano lang, first program.c. Careful guys, don't put spaces lang in your files because there are cases in Visual Studio Code na murag when it generates the commands, mubungkag bitaw siya. Like the first word and the second word are treated as two different commands. So ano lang, avoid using spaces, use underscores instead. Where to send the screenshot? Discord. There is a thread, general, intro to programming. Ini lang first program.c, not .cpp. The file extension is the more important one. Ha? First program.c. Sige, you guys need more time? You guys need more time pa? Sige, let's have until 7:20. Anyways, we still have more than 1 hour before this. But I don't think we might used up the whole session na until 8:30. Murag, I think we're kinda ahead. Yeah. Yeah, sige. I-share lang sa Discord and then tag me lang.
Oh wait, are you talking about like my run?
Yeah.
The
For
dollar sign?
those who are not able to run their programs, I
The
encourage you
dollar
guys
sign
to share
question mark
your
thing? Is that
errors
what you're asking about?
in Discord.
It's just for the compiler to run. I just uh, basta like in VS Code it will do it automatically and that's what it does. So I don't know what the fuck it does. But I'm gonna be honest. Another SMH.
Ayo,
No, I'm
include
doing schoolwork.
stdio.h
I'm so
program
tired.
compiler path.
I can't believe I forgot to do
Kuha na siya.
schoolwork. I'm pissed at myself.
Whoever's name purple comment. It's your path. Tawag ito. Environment variables. Try to search for guidelines for that. Okay, and then you need to link to your C compiler. So you should Basig, you're just like you install VS Code and then you make that C program, di na madagan. You have to still download that GCC compiler. Yeah. Mo na medyo ano hacky ang setup if you want to use VS Code.
Is that Marbs? I thought that was in the fucking
Sa mga dili
I got
madagan,
scared. I was like, what
please
the fuck? Who
share
was that?
screenshots of your error
I was like, who,
sa Discord
who the fuck screamed?
para ma-troubleshoot ta. Yeah, if you use code cham, mo-work na gyapon.
Code Chum, yes, Code Chum. Whoever uses Code Chum.
How do you do the
Yeah,
space
same,
this in
bro.
between? What does this mean,
Nah, I'm
Rice?
kidding. Now it's called on Syscode, 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 Syscode. Diba?
Like
Syscode.
if you want to save multiple words, underscores lang.
I love Syscode. Dude, I've been using it every day since, like, Loki.
Lemar, please post in Discord the entire error message.
Yo, good.
Papa ko'y nakita na screenshots diri na naka-error. Sa tanan naka-source file not completed, I'm waiting for a screenshot here para makadiagnose ta. Most likely file extensions. Double check the file extensions. Dapat delete.cpp.
Sorry about my. Sorry about my sister. Sorry about my sister. So sorry about my sister. I'm so
Title
sorry about
1.c
my sister. I'm so
aborted.
sorry about my
Collect
sister.
2.
So sorry about my sister. I'm so sorry about my sister. So sorry
Maybe
about my
you might be
sister.
running the program twice already. Okay, basta naiwala na exit, then yeah. Or try to restart lang siguro sa your DevC. Siguro. Yeah. Sige, last 1 minute before we move on. So for those na experience, feel free to also like suggest that sa ano sa, sa thread as well. Maybe some of you guys have experienced the same thing and know of a work around. Feel free to type lang. Yeah. This the thread is open for everyone to share their ideas.
Methods
Yes.
for web development.
Syntax error. Sayop imong \n. Really sayop ang \n. Asa ang 102% din kag din sana. Dere. Solomon, warning na warning message na incompatible implicit declaration. Why? Wala kay hashtag include stdio.h. Double check lang. Sige, kitsa pa. Or else you still needs more time.
Proud of these people right now. I'm so proud of these people. Proud of these people. Ay, ikaw, Kyrie, asa mo ha? So, disappointment.
Ay,
Disappointment.
semicolon pala. Ay, nice ka, Charles. Ay, si Kwande ay. Di-discharge si STRU. Di ko sure kung saan but nice. Maabot na na mag-oras, guys, na mahilak mo for 30 to 45 minutes just to realize wala mo na butang og semicolon.
Check lang, guys, if na semicolon. Hi, sis.
Source file not compiled, kuha nga na semicolon, guys. Sige, who else, who else, who else?
Huh? Sa? Dude, I don't know what's happening. I'm just listening. I finished the activity, like, I even, like, dude, I've been, like, I just did whatever, bro. I'm done. I did the activity, and, like, yeah. That's all I really care about.
Sige, no worries, guys. We're actually ahead pa. We're
Somebody
actually
else is
ahead in
fucking
pace.
unmuted. Who's this? Mary Grace.
Return zero. Na, ano siya? Can you try to, is there a, I know why, Ellie. Although the expression zero, nani siya. Diba, expression, anything inside, what do you call that? Anything inside an expression, inside a parenthesis, it evaluates itself. But in the context of return, tapos na kay parenthesis zero, mulahay ang behavior y. It's treating return as a function and then zero is the argument,
Is it
right? Do you
NDCI?
guys notice void main tapos na ay open close parenthesis? It's not just random syntax, guys. These are arguments of a function. Naananaan niya. Yeah. So that's why return is not a function. Instead, it's just a keyword to tell you what are you supposed to give back from the function. Because return in the first place is not a function. Printf rather is a function. Mao na siya na printf and then you will put like some random stuff there
Lihor.
or whatsoever arguments. Okay? So ayaw mo manglibog ana. That's why your program is misbehaving. Yes. Nice one, nice one. Good discovery. Karon pa ko out of 4 tutorials na someone built return zero this way. Yeah. But that's a good discovery, guys. Nice. Nahimo palang function call ang return. Yeah. Ang forgettable man, can you try to add return zero to that and check if anything changes? Basta naka-int main. Sige, kinsa pa, kinsa pa.
Wait, project1.exe? Isn't it supposed to be like .c? Why don't you say that? Yeah, same. I also don't know, ba.
Sige, time check 7:25. Yeah, just type yes if you're able to finish your task and no if not. Just need to gauge lang. Sige, yes or no
I
before
said
ko
it.
move sa
Bro, I was not
final
sure.
task.
Ah,
Kasi kung whether katugon na. Yeah, we still have a huge chunk of things that we will discuss before we give out the third task. Sige, sa mga naka-no, once I give out the third task, we can resume debugging na lang. Yeah. If that's okay with you guys, para the rest can also move on. Anyways, for the other Cisco officers or for those who have experience naman in debugging things like that, feel free lang to assist in the channel. And again, to those who encountered errors, please, I encourage you guys to send your screenshots and then also type sa the error because daghan kay screenshots um, para it will be easier for the others to locate na which of those screenshots kay errors. You just type lang na error source file not compiled or something. Okay? Please post a screenshot lang every time na mag-send out message. And for the meantime, yes, let's move on na ta. Okay. So, nainganahan mo screenshot ani guys. So since you guys made your first program, ano rin this certificate is hereby presented to whatsoever name for being an official programmer by successfully creating and running their first C program. Ano na lang ni, bahala na, mag-inspect element lang mo or edit. Kasi this was last year pa. August 25, 2025. Okay? Yeah. Congrats guys. You guys made your first program.
Yay.
But, and we're done. Yay, thanks. Dili pita. So, here's the actual more exciting part with C. So, dili lang tap
Ah,
for
palihog!
to mag-print or
Ngano ako
display
ka diri?
things.
Hey!
Okay?
Where's the rest?
So, have you seen this meme before? Na hacking something person. And then,
Yeah.
ang behind the scenes sa
Eh,
NDI kay puro
yeah,
print F
there's...
statements. Have you guys seen this meme? Yes. Okay. Now, we will find a way to avoid this. Okay? Of course, dili na ito simulate something by just doing printf statements. Cheating na siya. No? Basig na yung mga problems you just printf the output. You guys are not doing the, ano, what do you call that, actual logic behind. So, what will we introduce here? Okay. I'll be introducing some more concepts here. Okay? So, instead of just doing print 0, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, whatsoever,
How do you
we
put
store
a
them
kuan? A string?
using variables. Okay, so what are variables? This serves as
Wait,
containers,
wait,
for
wait.
example, placeholders
Let's use
for
this thing.
storing your data values. So in the context of cooking, mura siya storage area. No, you have a chopping board. Butang nimo mga things to slice. Na kay frying pan or a wok. Butangan po nimo, you put your food there. Whatever is currently cooking. No, so variables, those are containers. May it be a chopping board, may it be a wok, may it be a frying pan. These are containers for storing data values. So how do we declare them? Two things. We have the data type, then we have the variable name. No. So variable name, it can be as simple as a letter X. No. It can be as many. It can be a longer name. No. The only restriction for the variable name is it shouldn't be a reserved word. No. Reserved word in C. No. An example of that is return. No. Remember na return, we use it if nang int main ta. It's a keyword in C that tells you meaning na siya default functionality daan. You cannot use the word return as a variable name. Okay? That's for variable names. And then it should also contain only letters, underscores, and digits. And then, dili pwede starting with a digit. Okay, that's the three rules. Again, no reserved words. Two, it can start with a letter. Two, it should contain only either letters, underscores, or numbers. Then number three, it should start with either letters or underscores. Kana siya. Sige, exercise ko na daw. Is this variable valid or not? Three little pigs. Valid ni dili. Okay, very good, very good, very good, very good. Nice. How about This valid ni dili. The answer is valid. It doesn't matter. Okay? So, mo na siya. Okay, very good exercise. Next is data types. No? Karon in lang sa. But there are actually other variations. We have character, that's CHAR, int. There's also float. That's for floating. Float in short for floating points, meaning mga decimal places. Okay? Na mga fractional points. For those who are familiar with floats, that's different with decimal. Lahi po na siya na data type. But there's no decimal since floating point lang. Okay? You will, for CS students, there's a subject on how floating point values or kanang mga fractions, how are they stored in memory representations. But that's too technical for me to explain right now. So, int lang sa ta karon, okay? Integers lang sa mga ganahan mo Smurf. O, sige, kamo na bahala. Okay. Basta int lang sa ta. Numbers lang sa ta, okay? So that's data type and variables. Then getting input from a user. So earlier I had printf. Now I have scanf, scan function. Okay. So this also still comes from stdio.h. Okay. What does it accept? Two things. Okay. So again, it's a function. How will you know it's a function? Na I open and close parenthesis. Na adyo na mandatory characters. Okay? You cannot just call scanf then semicolon. You will always have parenthesis. Then, these two are what we call arguments. Function call money. We call scanf. What are the arguments to the function? Or what are the inputs? Two things. No? Remember person as a formatting like formatting character. So mo na siya. You put percent, then the letter that comes after it will tell you na what is the data type. Uy nga no, di. Decimal. Decimal, I don't mean na ay decimal points. Decimal, I mean decimal number system. What is a number system? Na CIS 1102. Okay? It's a format for like storing numbers. There's binary, there's octal, there's hexadecimal. Yan, sa 1102 ninyo. D is integer, meaning base 10, 0 to 9. Okay? Meaning if you type 96, oh, so 96 jud na siya, base 10. Okay? So, mo na siya. So, mo na. Okay? Then, what's the other thing? That is where your variable will be stored. You declared X. You gather user input. What is the number of X based on the user's input? Okay, mo type ba ya ka? Mo type. Okay, mahunong ang program. It will wait for you to type whatever integer you want. Okay, you store it in the memory address. That is why ampersand siya. The memory address of X. Okay, gets. All goods. Sige daw. Um, I want to declare a variable called favorite number towards me. So you separate them by a underscore. And then you want to get the favorite number input from the users. Sige, let's have the command daw. I will make the first command. You guys type the second command, okay? So the first command, if you want to declare favorite number, is like this. In favorite number. Always put a semicolon. Semicolon. That's the first command. Now, for you guys, what is the second command? To get the favorite number input. Okay? You get an integer input, you store it under variable favorite number. How will you guys do it? Sige, nice. Tama. Good. Sige, for the rest, feel free to type. Sige, very good, very good. So, kibaw na mo variables, kibaw na mo getting user inputs. Okay. All good, all good. Thank you for participating. Sige, next is... Uy, napa tayo conditional statements. You remember at the first part when I introduced cooking or steps, I mentioned there are times you will do this step, there are times you don't have to do this step. And there is something that determines whether you will be doing the step or not. That's called conditions. Okay? So it controls, no? Whether this statement is executed based on the condition. Meaning if it matches the condition, you execute. So here is the one format. If condition, open parenthesis partly, and then condition can be an expression. Example, if 1 is less than 2, then you do this. No? Or if you want to have an alternate statement wherein you don't have to what they call that? You don't have to, I mean, you want to execute something else. If the condition evaluated is not true, you would just put an else. Okay? So ang complete syntax is if open parenthesis, whatever your expression is, close parenthesis. Then put an open and close brace and put whatever statements you have. It can be more than one. Okay? So pwede tulo, pwede upat. And then else, optional na ni if you want to specify an else. Okay? So what's usually in the condition? So what that's what I explained already. Relational expressions usually comparing something. Okay? So here if condition statements. Okay? You have less than. You have less than equal to, you have greater than, you have greater than to equal to, and then you have equals equals and exclamation equals. Laon sa ni equals equals is equal to. Typo ni duha ka buok equals. No, this is not a typo. This is an actual operator. Why? The single equals operator means assignment. In math, we have this example. X equals 4. In math, it's like, di ba, mo-solve ka algebra. Oh, the value of x is 4. In programming, it's different. This means assigning. Assigning a number to a variable. Okay? So that's another way of putting values in your variable. So what are two ways to get to put values in a variable? One is direct assignment. The other one is scanf. Two ways. Okay? Gets okay so far? Okay so far? I'm mixing concepts already. I'm mixing scanf with conditions. Okay? Gets. Okay. Very good. Okay. Um, what else? Sige, any questions so far? Any questions? Sige. Questions with, sige, to review variables, then getting inputs, and then conditions, na if, na else, list of the operators. Na-spoil na ang next topic. Sige lang, it's okay. Okay. Unsa pa? Any questions so far? Sige. Rate 1 to 10. How's the discussion so far? One's the easiest, 10's the hardest. Or, I mean, no. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. 10 means you understood the best. 1 is libog kamayo. Let's do that na lang. 10's the nasabot ni mong topic. 1 is the most confusing. Ano? Sige. All goods, all goods. Siguro kay example pa man nino. Yeah. Mm, Sige, all goods. Kutob lang sa ta sa if. Okay? Maybe you guys might need time to absorb this one. Okay? Let me just review my contents lang muna. Ha? Okay, kasi I have to make changes to my content actually right now. Depending sa ratings. So, thank you for being honest, guys. Thank you for being honest. Okay, so, um, right now, I think the next thing that I can do instead of moving forward with my slides is let's try to make something that demonstrates everything we have. So far, kutob lang ta dire, okay? Okay, I know this is until 32 pero let's do something different lang. Okay? Ano sa bubble sort eh? Mga Proto Smurfs. Sure. Where should I go? Where should I go? Sige, mag-depsy na lang siguro. Sige. Wait, let me share screen. We still have 45 minutes. That's still a lot of time. Okay. Um, I know actually no. I-share na ako ang compiler. Gadget lang ha. Wait. I'm setting up. Okay, can you guys see my devc? Goods. Wala pa. No way. Okay, let me retry this. Okay. Now I glitch ang devc. So enter screen pala jud siya. Wait, hold on. Thank you. Gadget lang sa guys ha. Gadget lang. Kadali lang jud. Can someone a favor guys? Can someone copy paste the entire code? Katong pinaka first exercise. Put that in Discord. Usa lang. I just need one. Okay, thank you, Owen. Okay, that's good. I'll paste that code right now here. Okay. Sige. I'll show the my entire screen with the code that we had from our first exercise. Yes. Okay. Let me save this one as first program. First program. Let's see because that's our first program. Replace. Then let me duplicate that file. Let's have second program. Let's see. Okay. Oh, na-override siya. Sige lang, okay na. Okay? So, happy face. Let's just run this to... Ay, sad face pala. Let's run this to make sure this works. Wala pa yung nakagawas na console. Okay, there you go. Okay, this is what you guys have, okay? Now we'll do something different. We will incorporate variables and conditional statements. Okay? Okay. So how will we do this? We declare a variable, okay? Let's say int choice. The rest of you guys can follow, no? And then name it as second program. Okay? So, wala siya. So, that's actually part one of the third task, the final task. Okay? Which we will incorporate conditions. Conditions lang sata for now. Okay? So, in choice. And then instead of saying the progress, let's just pretend that in this blue screen of death, let's just pretend that in this BSOD, it will accept user inputs. Okay? How do we name it to second program? Save as lang, save as. para dili mawala imong first program. Save as. Okay? Okay. Then we have how do I say this? Yeah, let's just pretend lang na this accepts user inputs because in reality it doesn't. Wala ko lang examples guys, but sige. Let's have the sad face. Oh, by the way, convention. Declare variables at the beginning of your function. That's why I put it here. Okay? Sige, so and then we'll restart for you. Okay? Let's just do this. Then let's print f backslash n again, and then let's do the scan if, and then let's print different instructions. Let's say press 1 to continue. Okay, again hypothetical example, you guys can follow. Okay, then how do we get user input again? Scan f %d address of choice. So at this point you will be already the user. After press 1 to continue, the user will type the input already. Okay, so %d and choice. And then, how do we implement? What will we do next? Press 1 to continue. So we will check if the input is actually 1. Okay? Pero like, seriously speaking, guys, like, where can we apply this, no? Na mo selected input. So the real application here is, if ever you guys have a main menu, di ba? Um, there's a program, you will do a lot of things. Then there's a main menu. Di ba mo display mo na press 1 to something, press 2 to something, press 3 to something. Have you tried interacting with answering machines in the phone? May na siya to something something, press 1 to something something, press through. Press 2, dili true. You guys try that? So similar ni. Pero press 1 lang ta ha para just to demonstrate. Okay? So how will we do that? If condition choice equals 1. Correct ni dili? Yes or no? Correct ni dili? If choice equals 1. Uy, mga mata di ata naning no. Very good. It's equals. Okay? If choice equals 1, then we print this. Okay? Gets? At only i-print. Only if ding dayon siya. Ding dayon si user. If we press 1 na para maayo ng laptop, and then what can we do? Okay? If choice equals 1, we print this. And then, if wala ganit, print f %n sad boy no PC for you XD. And then this. Okay? And then return 0. Then execute, compile, and run. Let's see if this works. Press 1 to continue, 96. Oh, sad boy, no PC for you. Wala, guba na ta. The end. Okay, understood? Yes or yes? Sabot mo? Sabot tanan? Okay, let's try the other path. Let's do it again. If it is 1, oh, natural rata, oh, yan. Then 20% complete, then this thing, sige. Okay, I want you guys to spend the next 5 minutes replicating this. Okay, so you can rename in your IDE, or you can copy paste the file and then rename to second program.c, and then money ang mga changes. And don't forget to declare your variable. Sige, go. 5 minutes.
Yes.
Ano lang, no need to paste the screenshot. Just type yes when you're done. Kasi this is partial pa ni, partial output pa ni sa second task. A third task rather, the final task. Just type yes once you're done. Uy, daghan naman din yung sunod. Sige, I'll reduce the time to 3 minutes. Okay, you already have an existing program. Just change. I'll also paste the same code in Discord. Delete mo open. Try to restart though. Or maybe you're pressing a different function key pasig nag F10 or F9 na kotobra sa pag-compile tapos wala na run.
Nag-swipe ko ka ng follow sa instructions. Di pag compile ako and can run kay daghan kay mga istogan ni mga mali.
Na-error ni mo.
Daghan
What's
kay
the
mga error.
na-error siya? Pasig semicolon.
Dili siya mag semicolon yun siya. Like mag-error yun.
What's the specific message? Pwede pa screenshot. Unsa ni siya return one exit status? Dili lahi pod. You did not declare the variable in choice. So, basahan nato ang error. Error, choice was not declared in the scope. Meaning, wala siya na ilanin na variable. Don't forget this. So, at least na-experience mo, no? Nakasuwad mo na error because you forgot to declare the variable. So, what am I exactly showing here? Basig nang hilom ro, guys, or dili mo ka-relate. But the top two most common errors in programming pasig maabtan ni sa practical exam. Number one, no semicolon. Number two, dalimot o pag-declare. I run the code but nothing. I think sa inyong gigamit code runner? Did you use code runner for this? Or I forgot na natoy tutorial sa VS Code. Parang you have to like modify some settings. We can get back to you lang for that one. Pero natoy tutorial na murag because if you guys just like install the compiler murag ang default behavior sa tutorial dili siya mo sugot og user inputs. It's not code runner. It's something different pa jud na. Yeah. Or it's code runner, di ko sure. I forgot na. Wa ko gagamit og kanang 4C. Error expected. Scan F. Dong, line 15. Scan F wala kay semicolon. Semicolon, semicolon. Careful guys. Okay na ni siya, no? Yeah. Int main. Ay! No, no. Don't do line number 3. Choice is not a function. Basta, open, close parenthesis, mahimo na siyang function. Dili na siya mao. You want a variable, not a function. In choice should be inside in main. Yes. Sakto de code runner, thanks sus. Yeah. For those who are asking, will we discuss functions? Yes, after this one. Ang final task na to kay functions. Type 1 but it showed the else message instead. Ah, double check your, what do you call that? Double check line 16. Double check. Compare that with the other codes. Read closely. Kaya no more busy ka. Yes. Thank you. Okay naman yun, no? PC will explode in 10 seconds, sure. Nice. Ano na error ni? Ano, you just, feel free to just click back the line number. Ano na siya? Debug mode na. But no worries. That's still working. Well, smurfing. Sige, 2 more minutes until 8 before the final topic. And the remainder of task number 2. Task number 3 pala. Yours won't read the else. Check the equality symbol. Why? Because if you do this, it will always be true. Assignment statements, if I'm not wrong, it will give you true as the answers. This is one of C's weird behavior nga no. In other programming languages such as Python and Java, dili na sila masugot na assignment expression inside a condition. Kaso lang sa C, the developers did not foresee this weird case. Mao na if ever you put an equals sa C, oh that's another common mistake. If I do this, yeah ako idagan. That's why you will not get the else case. Mama na. 9696. Oh, wala. Gets? Does this help, Chelsea? So wala siya. Double check the equality symbol. In C, it won't give an error. So basig mang debug mo, you did not see this. So welcome to the third enemy. Semicolon, variables, and equals. Sige. Run in terminal. Yeah. Sakto. Yes. Thank you. All good. You have two equals. Double check the braces. Sige, are we good na? Are the rest able to run the code before we discuss the last topic? Sige. Okay. For the rest of this discussion, I will be using here na lang sa DepC, okay? It's better demonstrated naman through example anyways. So, yeah, muna siya. Okay? Um, what do you think is a bit off with this program? na-stuck lang siya sa 20%, di ba? Na-notice ninyo? It's still stuck at 20% complete. What I want to do is to make it reach 100 para it will look realistic. Ma-replicate yun na to ang blue screen na to. Okay? To do this, actually, there are two ways. There is one concept na iteration statements. Okay, na-spoil man to gamay ganiha. This one talks about loops. Okay? But for the time constraints, uh, I will defer the discussion for this one na muna para it will not be overwhelming ninyo. Plus, nakapamana sa pre-finals and finals. Instead, I will focus on the other approach and the topic for that will come out sa midterms. But ako na lang niihatag sad. So, recap muna, recap. What did we have so far? The header file, main function, the return, the printf, the scanf, the variable, the if statement condition, and the else. Okay? Recap. Last one na lang guys. Last one na lang. Last one for tonight. Last one. Okay? Now, you might ask, can we have more than one function? Karon we are putting everything in main. What happens if you are developing something? Example, main menu, no? Remember I gave the main menu example. If choice equals 1, and then if choice equals 2, if choice equals 3, if choice equals 4, something, something. And then whatever is the next statement. Okay? Um, yeah, so muna siya. Okay? So if, else. Actually, there are more ways pa. There are more variations to this. Okay? I will leave a statement for you. Naka-switch. Okay? But I will not discuss this one. Maybe for those who wants to explore more, if you guys have more time, pwede pa na. Okay? But I will not put this in any example para di mo malibog. I will instead um, discuss a different topic and a more important one called functions. Okay? Functions. I've been repeating so far in this discussion na every time you see open and close parentheses, that is the main differentiator na the thing coming before it is a function. Main, printf, scanf. Can I have my own functions? Yes, of course. You can declare your own, whatever, including the steps that you want to do, the things that you want to return, and what you will be passing to the function. So three things, okay? Um, so comments pala. So how can you type notes in your program? So kana siya slash doka slash. That's for single line comments. Okay, comments, comments. So example comment kana. Okay, you can also do this multi-line comments. Example multi-line comments. Okay, example lang. But I want to discuss functions here. For functions, um, kanang two functions have two parts, no? You have the function header, which has two things. Medyo rush lang ni, but don't worry, I will give you guys an example. Arguments. Then function body. Okay? Yes. Okay. Let me know if this is too fast. Okay. Now, how many functions do we have here so far? One, di ba? Okay, main lang. Return type for this case is int. Why? We want it to return an integer. Kaya 0 is an integer. It just so happen na nalang siya sa main mo na dili mo ka-fill. But this already is already a function. So mo na siya. In short, a program file, a .c file, should have a minimum of one function. So that's another way to say it. Okay? And then, arguments. Karon, nothing. Wala pa ta. But these are called arguments. Why? Um, when you call a function. Okay? So function call pala siya. When you call a function, that's called arguments. The proper term pala is parameters. Parameters or arguments in function calls. Okay, this one is calling a function. Kani siya is arguments. This one rather is parameters. Okay, defining money. You're defining the function man. Okay, and then this one is calling the function. So you call printf with this argument to display this. You call printf with this argument to display this message, etc., etc., etc. Function body is the rest. So money siya, function header, return type, and parameters. Function body is the rest. That makes two parts of a function. Okay? Goods? Goods, goods, goods. Definitions pa lang ta. Definitions. What are the two parts of a function? Function header. What are the two parts of a function header? Let me write this. Okay? Kana. You have the return type. Then you have the parameters. Kana. These are called parameters. And when you call a function, lahi na sa dang term niya. Arguments na. Okay? Dili pa mo pa-fill ano na functions because we only have main. Now, earlier, di ba, gusto ko, ang akong ganahan, i-100% ni. What will your first instinct be? You just call print up so many times. 10% complete, type pa ka, copy paste pa. Kana siya, 10% complete, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay? Functions. And then you will always do printf. Okay? Ako po yan eh. Bisan ako. Let me rephrase this. For those who have better coding backgrounds, I know you guys know that it's loops, but I cannot discuss loops kay medyo lisod-lisod siya. Na-twist kasi karon na mauna mo sa functions kaysa loops. And then I will do 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 80, 90, 100. Pabalik-balik, di ba? Compile and run as usual. No, magawa sa run siya tanan. Let's verify. Kaya pang 20 minutes. Okay? Then press 1 to continue. There, 10 to 100. Ambot nga na ng 1,000 eh. But yeah. Okay? You get the point. You're going to write print statements a lot of times. Okay? Now, this is only percent complete ra. Like what if you have something that repeats a lot of times? Like, karon it's just a print statement for every percentage. Okay? Although na yung unta ni pattern, no? Plus 10, plus 10, plus 10, plus 10. But, let's just say, kunyari lang na, nila mo kiba mag-add. You can do that. But, say for example, there is something more complicated than it. You want to make a function. So, that's how it comes. So, the cleaner way to do this, you can do this. Okay? Para dili mo kuan, para dili, what you call this, dili mo complicate tanan here is you can define a function. Okay? Function header. So void ta. Why void? Nothing to return, right? Remember when we do void main, nothing to return. Now, when we print the progress, wala man siya ni return. It's purely display. That's why it's void. Okay? So void display progress. You can do that. By the way, this is the convention, no? If there's more than one word, you capitalize every word except for the first letter. Every first letter of every word except for the first letter. Pasing label. Basta it's like this. It's not this. Okay? So kana siya. Anyways, there's an example. And then no need to put any arguments. Then just put your transfer your print statements here. Okay? Kana siya. Para your, what do you call that? Your C program does not look, or your main function does not look, what do you call that? Too complex. So readability thing. Okay? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100. Okay? Pero, the better convention is usually main comes first. And then, um, other functions come last. And what you will do is to make what we call a function prototype. Last concept na ni. Okay, basing daghan could be introduced. Crash course na ni siya, guys. There's a lot more to functions, but at least naamoy starter. How does a function prototype work? It's just telling it's just telling your compiler that you are expecting this function to be defined. A function called display progress to be defined somewhere in the program. So mo na siya. How do you make a function prototype? Simple lang. Function header plus semicolon. So the behavior of this code is exactly the same as when I put all the print statements after if choice equals 1. Now, ang kuwang na ng ani is calling the function. How do you call the function? Display progress. Call it. Tawagon mo. And then, no arguments. Why? Your function is not accepting any input. Gets? Medyo daghan transformations. That's one way to do it. Let me execute this. Just to make sure na gana tanan. Okay? 8:14. Maybe you guys need more time to get used to the task. Okay? So press 1 to continue. 1. Okay. How does this work? Choice equals 1. Tawagon niya si display progress. So, it looks for the definition of display progress, which is this function, and it executes everything here. Once everything is done executing here, balik na po siya. For more information about the current course, visit ISMIS. If you call a Cisco officer, give them this info. Okay? Um, that's one way to do it. Okay? That's just one way to do it. There's a lot of ways to go about this. So let me make a different second program alternate. Okay? Alternate option. No? Ato itilaw na naiunod ang parameters. Okay? We will try a scenario na naay parameters. Okay? Display progress. Okay? Let's keep display progress, and then let's make another function na display progress line. Okay? Void. Okay, wala gyapon tayo inog return. Display progress. Let's make a line lang. Ana. So I want to make a function na it will give the number, accept short number, and then it will be formatted here. Printf something something complete. Okay? So murag I'll try to templatize this. Okay? Again, guys, it will be up to you in how you guys want to organize it into functions. The very basic way is to just like put everything in main. But with functions, mas cleaner imong output. So I want this man, kaning percent, no? So what I do is I put in percentage, something like that na lang. Okay, or in number na lang, number. Okay. Then what else? Then I will define this, no? Then open close print percent %d and then the percent complete. And then same logic as scanf, 'di ba? you put a variable. Butang kag variable, di ba? To replace the formatter here or the placeholder here. So same gyapon. Pero sa printf, we don't need to put the and. Yeah. Para na lang jud mo use case ba how to display something from a variable. So you put number. So this is the templated way to do it. Instead of hard coding 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 something percent complete. So I will replace this one now with display progress line 10. Something like that. I-copy paste lang ako. Mag-copy paste gyapon siya. Why? Because actually, ang pinaka-efficient way is loops talaga. But sige lang. Let's do it the functions way lang sa. Okay? Kana. Then we can change this to 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. In this way, you will only have one print statement for your progress bars, progress lines. How do you guys find this? Do you guys find this one cleaner than the very first version na puro siya printfs? What do you guys think? Yes or no? This is my first time doing this, by the way. Sa tanan ako tutorials, this is the first time I'm doing this. So let me know lang. Is it cleaner when you have display progress that calls also display progress line? Na we have a parameter, then when you do function calls, you pass in an argument. In this way, sa'yo pala, you have one single print statement that accepts any percentages. So if you want to put 69, you can do that. Oh, pwede na. Diba? I-compile and run. Sakto pala. \n. Thanks. Uma one line siya, diba? Sakto \n pala. Okay. Let me just remove this. And let's do 10 to 100. Press 1. There. 10 to 100. Okay? Yes. Can I remove the extra space para lang consistent sa mga nag-UC? Oh, pwede. Oh, perfectly works. Ako lang gi-separate para mas dali mabasa. But at the end, it's up to you. Press 1 to continue. There. Complete. Osbon na ako. I press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, sad boy, no PC for you. Oh. Okay? Goods. Wa na ko kasabot. Okay. For the remaining 10 minutes, or let's say 15 minutes if we end at 8:35, replicate this output, and that's the final task. I will give you the output. I will give you the code on the left and the output on the right. Okay, then let me just turn this picture in. Ako lang na itang-tang. Then, zoom this one out. Kita ko na ba? Let me remove these comments. Okay. Then function prototypes. Then here. Kaya pa ba? Okay, there. Then let me rerun. I will put this at the right. And then there. Press 1 to so somebody. La. Asa kong Pepsi. Okay, press 1 to continue 1. Okay, there. Okay. Typo pala. Execute, compile and run. Press 1. There you go. Okay. This will be the last thing that you guys will replicate. Okay? Then once you're done, okay, mo na ni screenshot na ni. Okay? Ayaw sa isan in yung screenshots guys. I'll send mine first. Okay, I will upload this to Discord. Task 3 BSOD with variables, balls, conditions, and functions. Okay, that's the final task. And once you are done, congrats. Naka-fast track na mo sa midterms. And to those na medyo wa na get sa instructions, no need to worry. Feel free to review this recording na lang. Okay? Actually, ang wa na ko na demonstrate is what if it's not void, no? So, kung int gani, just put return whatever the value. Kaso wala man ko use case very good. I don't have a use case for this na mag-return og something. Oo. So, let's just have voids na lang sa muna. At least naka-demonstrate na we can modularize, meaning we can split one big chunk into functions. Okay, so I put display progress as a separate thing, which just displays 10 to 100. Can be improved further pa ito using loops. Okay, let me just comment this. Can be improved further using loops. Pero pre-finals na ang finals. And finally, I made a templated print statement para you don't have to manually write the print statement so many times. Okay, and that's it. That's really it. Okay, done na already ang discussion actually. Parehas ra gyapon siya sa slides. Please spend the remaining 12 minutes replicating the output and then post a screenshot in Discord. Yes. And sa mga nahe errors, again, the floor is now open for any debugging work. Sige, screenshot lang, screenshot lang.